Professor wins the money.
Look at his face. He's so shocked. Finally, yes.
What?
10,000. 10.
You're a big player now.
Previously on High Stakes Poker, Daniel Negreanu's bad day came to an end a little early.
All in again. I have to quit.
You have a 6?
I have to.
You win.
I'm just gonna quit.
See you later, guys.
Defending world champ Peter Eastgate got the max value from his full house.
I'm all in. Full house.
And Tom Dwan and Barry Greenstein played the biggest pot in High Stakes Poker's history.
She said we were running her once. I think so, right?
You want to take her 100 back? That's not it. Go ahead, run it. That's good.
Welcome to High Stakes Poker. While the game remains the same, but a new group of players has graced our High Stakes suite. Some new faces and some familiar ones, too. I'm AJ Benz along with Gabe Kaplan, and there are 4 players making their High Stakes Poker debut tonight. Howard Lederer, Sam Simon, Joe Hashem, and Nick Cassavetes. And that's a familiar face, Mr. Phil Locke.
Now we really can see his face. He doesn't have his hood on.
Philly boy, the fold in first position. Is this it? Are we starting, guys?
It's already happened.
What, it's happening?
No, this is a practice frame, Antonio.
What chance do we have in this lineup?
16%.
There's actor, writer, director Nick Cassavetes, son of famous John Cassavetes and Jenna Rollins.
Yeah, or you'll tell them. They have to tell me twice, so.
That's Daniel Negreanu, son of Mr. and Mrs. Negreanu.
Oh, see, that's a re-raise.
Aces for Patrick Antonius.
Nice to get on the first hand.
Raises to 15,800.
Joe Hashem had made it 3,500. Daniel had called. They're both out.
Just like that, huh?
That's how they do it.
That's how Patrick Antonius does it.
Well, we're 1 minute into the show, and we've got our first wee from Antonio.
The Sue 5,000 run him.
So did you play the other hand? Did you play yesterday?
No.
Antonio wanted to do a showdown with each player putting 5,000 in the pot, but Howard quickly changed the subject.
For a smart guy like you. But they gave.
I was a little sad.
Yeah.
I don't like being separated. 16?
And there is the Professor Howard Lederer,
Somebody dropped out there.
making an appearance here without the banker and the Suicide King, all on his own.
Raised to the 2,500, and that's Australian Joe Hashem, the 2005 World Series of Poker champ. Also a man who has more than $10.7 million in tournament winnings. How about that?
How about that? He's going to call Howard's raise. Howard raised to 2,500. And Phil Locke with the crabs.
Dr. Letter.
King 7-6 on the flop.
I check.
Threes are still the best hand here. Howard did raise before the flop. And looks like he's going to follow up with a continuation bet.
6,000.
And take it down.
Professor wins the money.
With the emphasis on pro.
Our second wee,
Yeah, it was very high. I didn't get it.
a softer wee.
Yeah, that was something.
You would have got that
I
one.
would have nailed that.
Another new player tonight is Sam Simon, one of the creators of The Simpsons.
Guys, let's play 7 deuce. Good for the game.
You play 7 deuce? We almost played him yesterday.
Let's do it.
But this was the problem.
If you win, you get 1,000 from everybody.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Does anybody object?
I do. Count me out.
Come on,
Guys
Cassavetes.
can play without me.
No way, we can't
I
do
don't
that.
play 7 deuce. I play good.
Yeah, but
If you play good with
Cassavetes, let me ask you this: when you can't figure out if they have 7 deuce or 2 aces, do you think that's good for the game?
No, I just get up and go cry.
By the way, do you
Did
know
you
why?
see that hand where?
By the way, I don't know if you guys know this or not.
Yeah,
but
Solaro. Wow.
Cassavetes directed. I mean,
Oh, don't start.
we can't start.
Stop
It's the
that.
greatest romance of all time, Cassavetes. I just want to give
The
you
greatest romance of all time is you and me, buddy. That's
I wish
what
it was true.
It's the truth. I absolutely adore you.
But that's a story in the making, isn't it?
It's continuing.
Patrick Antonius raises to 3,500 with his king-7 spades.
Phil Lock's going to call with Eastgate, Peter Eastgate's favorite hand. 6-4.
all right. Patrick and the
And me.
25.
That was giving Patrick.
He thought Howard was in there.
Yeah, you missed the Mike call for Howard's call, right?
Joe Hashem has a playable hand here. Very playable.
I can't be comfortable at all. I'm the most uncomfortable I've ever been at a poker table in 20 years.
Simon talk.
Well, he's going to fake a raise here, but he just calls.
Of course he's funny. He makes Simpsons. I mean, how are you not funny if you make the Simpsons? Only the greatest cartoon in the history of the world. You know, like 38 seasons or something. You know.
Antonio's going to be more animated.
I was trying to bet my wife last night.
Phil Lock's got sixes.
The 25th season, is that correct? Or not quite?
Patrick's going to try and pick up the pot here.
I think 20. Wow. I would have said
He doesn't know that Phil Lock has Eastgate.
Oh, okay.
Right now he's got top pair and an inside straight draw.
And he's going to raise to 25,600.
You look concerned.
Aggressive play by Phil Lock. Patrick's capable of doing something crazy here. But maybe he's just taking a little time because he doesn't want everybody to know who's trying to pick up the pot. And that's what it was.
Yep.
The question is, how long has The Simpsons been on TV?
20 seasons.
Wow, how do you win the thing of that? Huh, Hashem?
You know, they asked me in the interview today.
By the way,
What's
I'll
the
bet you
biggest
this
question?
yes. Whatever he's going to say, you want to bet?
No,
Go ahead.
because now we can switch it up. But on
Right, go
natural
ahead.
flow, I would have taken your side.
What's that?
We were going to bet on if you were what was going to come out of your mouth was BS or pure. And I think it's going to be pure BS.
Welcome to the Golden Nugget, home of high-stakes poker. I'm AJ Benza alongside Gabe Kaplan. We have a new group of players in our poker room. Gabe, what can you tell us about the new guys?
Well, I'm sure all TV poker viewers are familiar with Howard Lederer. I'm very anxious to see how Joe Hashem is going to play in a cash game. I play as a staple on the LA poker scene.
Now, do you think we'll see as much action as we did with our last group?
No, we may never see as much action again as we did with our last group. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be some good and interesting poker.
Well, good and interesting is nice.
One thing for sure, there's going to be no lack of conversation and Antonio at the same table. I think those guys feel about each other the same way that you and I feel about each other.
I don't know what that means. How do we feel about each other? It changes every season.
Well, this season was civilized.
Ah, well, civilized is nice. Let's get back to the action.
Nice, civilized.
Cards are.
So far, not too much money has changed hands. Antonio Esfandiari and Patrick Antonius both sat down with $500,000. They're holding steady. Lederer, Simon, Hashem, Cassavetes, and Negreanu all sat down with $200,000, which is the minimum buy-in. They're about even. And Phil Lock came with $275,000, and he's plus $10,000.
Not going over 100 for sure.
Okay, you would
Stories. Really?
I would have bet over 78.
How about we get a story anyway? Patrick, can we get a story?
Actually,
He's just so strong, he just doesn't crack.
on his like poker last couple seasons, he doesn't crack into.
He doesn't crack.
But we, yeah.
Players wanted to bet on how many words Patrick would say the whole time this group plays on high-stakes poker, and the number they came up with was 78. Very interesting. I would have to go over 78.
No, I go under. Him and Sahami as big unders.
Meanwhile, in this hand, Howard raised it up to 3,000 with tens, and Joe Hasham just called with jacks.
She just thought.
No, it's what he thought.
Oh, that's three.
Three spades on the flop and a king. Howard's got a spade.
Can't have any action.
But there's no real action on what he does. It's just what somebody thinks he does.
Right, that's the name of the game. Loudon thinks. Usually Johnny Loudon does the thinking, but he's not here.
Howard bets 4,500.
People fill in for him.
Joe Hasham has no spade, no king. It's interesting that with tens and jacks, there was less than $10,000 in the pot. With our last group, there would have been $180,000 in here already. Tough call right here for Joe Hasham. He does have the best hand.
Yep.
He makes the call.
Another spade on the turn.
Howard doesn't know if he's happy about that spade or not. Joe Hasham just calling on the flop could mean that Joe Hasham has a big spade. The ace or the queen.
Hasham bets 8,500.
And Howard's going to find out. He raises 10,000. But Joe Hasham doesn't look like he's ready to give up just yet. Four spades out there. He doesn't have a spade. Take that, Professor. Great play by Joe Hasham. Reading Howard very well. I would say this hand is over now, but I thought it was over a few times before. Now it is over.
You got him.
I would not think that Joe Hasham would be the type of player to 3-bet there without a spade.
By the way, Joe Hasham is a former chiropractor and mortgage broker who moved from Lebanon with his family to Australia at the age of 6.
What is this, the dating game?
Very few things that touch these sequential money.
We have three gentlemen who'd like to meet you, Denise, and here they are.
600.
Here's Patrick,
Sequential money.
Phil,
This is 6,000.
and
Oh,
Joe.
What would that go to? 95.
Poker player number 1.
599, then 600. The last.
Can you imagine if
one says
girl
600.
picked Phil or Joe and then Patrick walked out? Talking about a drawer out. Phil Locke has just called with a 7-5 of hearts. Bachelor number 1 calls. I think Nick Cassavetes is going to play this ace-3 suited.
What a nit.
Yeah, you should have seen my
Okay,
hand.
fool.
You guys. You had tricks in your hand.
Yeah, Gus would have folded that?
Yes, guaranteed.
I almost want to bet that.
Yeah, I'll bet on that. We can bet on that. We pull the table and see if Gus would have played it.
That's so sick.
With the table thing. So,
Yeah.
Not what Gus would
I'll
actually
bet
bet.
that more people at this table think Gus would have folded that.
Well, we don't know if Gus would have folded
Good
Jack
try.
4 or not,
Obviously, you and me are votes.
but both Antonio and Phil Locke have flush draws, and Nick Cassavetes has flopped 3 aces.
Big flop.
Phil Locke's bet out, and Joe Hashem is right. Phil Locke's on a draw, and he has a better hand. Boy, I didn't see that Nick tattooed on Nick Cassavetes' neck. That's like a semi-Tyson, huh?
Yeah, you're right. It's semi-Tyson. Good call.
All right. And Nick Cassavetes is going to put in a good raise here. Nobody else has 3 aces, and 2 guys are on flush draws. He's called. He hasn't decided how much he's going to raise yet. That's just a call.
Jeez, he's taking a long time here. I wonder if he's like on a film set. $11,100.
And that time he took seemed to spook everybody.
Be a lesson to the viewers at home how exactly not to play this hand under the gun against a bunch of smart people.
King's no good, huh? You know, I knew you were going to race. That's why I didn't want to call.
But then you did.
But no, I did, so have... Oh, I'm sorry.
Howard
has
doesn't
the nuts.
Howard doesn't have a
He
hand.
wasn't even
He's got
there.
2 tens. I can see him right there. 2 tens.
That would be a real victory. You showed up with the cards there. There you go. Nice.
Do you have a flush draw?
No. I had a queen.
Yeah, that's king. She didn't have jack.
Nick Cassavetes made the right move there.
I'm going to punish. I don't play 7 deuce. I play good.
Sam Simon talk?
Yes, he's actually funny.
Of course he's funny. He made Simpsons. Only the greatest cartoon in the history of the world.
The Golden Nugget Las Vegas recently redesigned their signature spa suites, as well as some other unique suites. Classic Vegas style and modern day charm make for great atmosphere and comfort for you and for high stakes poker.
I really.
And we're back at our
enjoyed the first half
suite
of that.
where our blinds are $400 and $800, our Annie's $200.
I didn't need like 50 pages on airplane accidents. I had those, outliers. I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. Oh, jeez, don't look. Sam, there's 2 major IQ tests that they use in university and stuff. One is 130 as genius, and one is 150. I don't know what they're called, K-Tel or something, and some other. Well, there's bidet. Bidet, yeah. Which one is that? I don't know. I think it's the 130, but. So my question is, when you shot at 137, did you put 150 at genius or 130 at genius?
Oh, I was not putting him in a genius.
Okay, yeah. So you're thinking 150 is genius.
Yeah, he's like very.
But emotionally,
above average. Yeah, and
probably
then,
genius.
How did you get in this conversation, AJ?
I didn't know.
No, don't continue to explain.
And a guy they call a magician.
No wonder you make the best movies. That was genius.
Antonio raised to 2,500. Joe Hashem is going to play small ball poker with a 10s and just call.
Not too much luck.
And Antonio bets 5,100.
Probably thinks he has the best hand now.
Joe calls.
Still a small ball poker game.
Deuce on the turn.
Let's see if Antonio's suspicious here.
He bets 10,200.
I bet too many checks. It's like...
I got a feeling these guys want to beat each other.
Yeah, huh?
Every time I check too many bets on him. I'm now going to pay him off on the river.
Check.
10s.
That was so funny.
It was so classic.
You were telling
Why
the
didn't you
truth?
tell him what you were doing? You could have gone for 15.
That's
It was like you scripted
I'm
it.
trying to use reverse psychology, but
Man, you like one with
I've
this
not
kid.
reversed.
He's a one-trick pony, kid. You check he bets. You already neural-netted it. Now just exploit it.
And I have to pay him off on the river check. It worked, sort of. I wish I didn't pair up. I maybe would have won. 30 might have got it.
30 was a...
I mean, if I didn't pair up, I'm probably going to fire. I can't win.
30 was like a real...
Now you can be the ace high, so you have
Right.
to check, you know?
I don't even have a clue. You call, Hashem? There's a queen out there. I mean, I'm betting. Why just give up one time?
I was crushed. I was crushed. I should have given up before the flop.
Sam Simon finally has a hand. Pair of jacks. The history between Joe Hashem, Antonio, and Phil. They're friends.
Yep.
Sometimes that could be dangerous.
The number of people.
As far as playing poker.
There were like 75 people in a... No, it was like a huge 4-bedroom...
Nick Cassavetes and Daniel have called the 3,000.
The kind of the place where you go down the...
3 sevens for Cassavetes.
Quarters to get into like the super plush area with the bar and the little lobby. Then you go up to like the 97th floor.
And Sam Simon's got to feel pretty comfortable here.
You know how,
That's 10,000.
you know how I got that room, right? Antonio's name. His name in the mix.
Never stop. By the way, he's probably BSing more than you and I combined.
By the way, and it's solid.
You know that?
It's followed up. He'll call back to it without addressing that it was BS and to reaffirm that he's detail oriented. You know, it's very strong.
Well, that changes my plan.
Cassavetes raises pretty quickly to 26,000.
I love it. No
Wow, without even thinking about it, Sam Simon lays down the jacks to the disappointment of Nick Cassavetes. It was the right move, but nobody else at this table would have done it.
Welcome back to the Golden Nugget. Sam Simon and Nick Cassavetes are pros in Hollywood, both at writing and producing. So why do they want to play poker with the world's best?
Kind of fell into it. A couple of buddies were playing, and I didn't know how to play, and that hasn't changed too much.
Dude, he wrote Blow. Can we just talk about that? The guy wrote Blow, one of the greatest. He wrote Blow right there. Yeah, that guy right there. So sick.
I started going down to the casino. I live in Los Angeles. There's lots of games, and doing what I do, there's a lot of downtime.
How do you write Blow? Like, how do you do that?
I was and still am a recreational player. I play for fun. I don't normally play in games like this, but when the good people at PokerGO Network called and presented me with this challenge, I decided to take them up on it.
Hey, what's good for me is good for you.
I didn't know there were any good people at the Game Show Network.
Oh, now you said that, not me.
Well, I haven't visited all the offices.
And like, part of me wanted
Little Bollywood action.
wow.
Watching Bollywood, see? That's what I was thinking. Some Bollywood.
We're gonna do.
You'd be big at Bollywood.
I don't know what Bollywood
Yeah,
is.
I know, but he does. They all do. So Hollywood are huge.
I just signed on to do Slumdog 2.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg ate something up in Bollywood.
Sing and dance.
I hear Slumdog was a genius movie. I can't wait to see it. A lot of my friends loved it. Cool.
Nick Cassavetes raised it up to 2,500 with a 7-6 offsuit. And Antonio sees something.
8,200.
And then you and me, kid?
I know you're coming.
We got 10-7?
82.
I'm talking about your card.
Oh, no, I do not have 10-7, I promise.
I bet you do.
I bet you I don't have, I promise you I don't have a 10 or a 7. Man.
Show me one. I want to call you.
Show me one, I might call you. That's great. That'll work.
You want action? I'm probably the guy that you want to play against the most, right? So.
We'll let it show cards here.
Yeah, we can play real poker.
Just show one. That one. The one on this side. The one closest to me.
The one that he hasn't seen yet.
Will you make that bet with me if I show you a card?
He wants to be in your movie.
I want to be in your movies.
You had a free roll. I already told for how much is the free roll. He's in the movie on a free roll. Oh, he's on the movie on a free roll. My word is my bond. Yeah. You're gonna be.
I'm in your movies?
Showing both
I'm
cards.
going to be in the movies. Finally, yes. I'm going to be in the movies, Daniel.
Can I be your driver? So now show me a
Showing
card.
both cards.
Yeah, show me.
Just show away.
Now show him both cards.
I can't show them both.
It doesn't matter if it's a bluff or not.
Just
Show him that one. Show him what? The one closest. Yeah, this one. No, that's not the one. That was the other one. That wins.
That wins?
That's good.
That was good enough?
That's good enough.
Show him the jack and you're in the movie, show them both cards, and you'll never work in this town again.
Nice hand, sir.
Thank you.
I can tell you, we did play a game the other day that was fun, where you had to show a card when you won a pot.
Let's do it. Whatever hand you know. I don't want to do it.
No, you don't
At the end of the hand?
At the end of the hand? Of course.
You have to
in
show
the
one
middle of
card?
the hand. At the end of the hand.
I would love it.
I'll do that.
That's genius. For a couple rounds, one round at least. Let's
What's
do
the
a
big
round.
deal? I mean, why don't you show both every hand? What's the difference?
Let's play
Show
7
both.
deuce.
Why not? What's
You know what we played the other day?
Show one.
7
What's
deuce
the
and
difference?
6 deuce.
What do we have
Got
right
money
now?
from everybody.
I like the idea. The winner shows what he had.
How about at the end, everyone turns their
That's
hand
a
up?
great game. If you have a
Let's
hand.
do
Well, everyone at
7
home
deuce.
gets to see him. We might as well
Guys,
too.
7 deuce, everybody pays you 1,000.
Look,
Okay, I'm
I
done.
can't play the 7 deuce game
Why not?
because I
discombobulates the game
I
too.
bluff with the 7 deuce, and it works. Now it doesn't work as well.
Antonio's still trying to get the 7 deuce game on, but Howard doesn't want to do it.
I don't think it's enough incentive to try and bluff with it anyway.
Try it again. It worked on Nick Cassavetes, and he's going to try and do it with Joe Hashem, but Joe Hashem is a professional, and he's got ace-king.
He owns me every hand.
And he's crying,
I'm willing to stay here.
crying about being owned.
We don't need you. You can go.
Can we have a live show going on?
He just called.
I'm in.
I object. This game has already cracked cocaine big, and I am holding firm.
Patrick just said 5 words.
Big flop for Antonio, 3 sixes.
You guys are all like,
Hey, that's sweet.
I'm worth like 65
Raise
bucks.
it up with 6-4 offsuit. 2 sixes come on the flop.
Unbelievable.
And I don't think Joe Hashem can get away from this hand on the flop. I think he's got to see one more card. Antonio could have raised it up with ace-queen, ace-jack, ace-10, king-queen, even a hand like 10-jack suited.
Yeah.
And Antonio would follow up with a bet here. So I think he'll call, just see one more card.
I got a bad feeling, kid.
He lays it down. His feelings have been right on so far.
Yep.
Hey, if you bust me, you promise to look after my kids?
Yes.
Promise?
I'll feed them. I will love them.
Don't you? I need my
Wait.
wife.
And I don't know about the love thing. I don't know if he wants to hear that.
Oh, his kids are awesome.
The kids, yeah, but not the wife.
So they're gonna
My
have
kids, not my wife.
As Fandiari's on a roll and may have secured a role in Nick Cassavetes' next film.
I'm in your movies? I'm going to be in the movies. Finally, yes.
We're back at the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino playing high-stakes poker.
I mean, if you had an ace, you were good. I had queen, king. That's all. I should just turn it up, because what's the difference? I'm not scared.
I thought we were supposed to show one card.
It doesn't matter, Howard. We can see your cards anyway.
That's true. So we saw that I actually had that.
Players haven't quite agreed yet to start that showing one card if you win the hand deal.
Yeah. And then what's the purpose of that game?
Well, Howard and Phil Locke are encouraging it, trying to get players to play hands with a deuce, 3 or 4 in their hand, loosen the game up a little bit.
10, queen, or king, I guess. Or an 8.
Ace.
Oh, yeah.
Have to show one of the cards this hand, but he's decided to raise it.
6,300 with a 10 deuce.
Punish him, punish him.
You did.
He did say right.
How much you want to raise? Because that's the card.
This is so good.
Thank God.
Sam
for cards.
Simon found the hand he was looking for, 10-4, but he got so excited by the 10-4 that he didn't realize Phil Locke had raised in front of him, and now he's making a min raise of 5,500 more. He's been waiting to make a move, but he wasn't paying close attention to what's going on in the hand. And now Phil Locke has no choice
$500,000 or $1 million or something.
but to call with his 10 deuce suited.
Sorry?
Lost 2 million last 3 days.
You lost 2 million in the last 2 days.
They're getting very big.
Playing, what are you playing?
Go get him.
The high stakes DB, they don't track the games as good as I mean, it says
Meanwhile,
like
Patrick's talking a lot.
Yeah, he is. It's the over. 8-9 jack on the flop.
Both players have flopped an open-end straight.
I don't know what it is like that. It's not proper.
Are you playing? What are you playing?
You play 501,000.
Simon, it's 30 grand.
Basically, it's 50,000 flips before the flop. And then they play another 200.
Now, one thing Phil Locke does not put Sam Simon on is a 10.
They just throw about 50 in there. It's like every.
He feels he might have an overpair. It's possible,
God bless you.
but he's got the open-end straight draw, and he thinks he'll win with a queen or a 7.
Ace on the turn.
3 diamonds out there.
Yeah.
40,000. 3 flop.
The guy flops a pair and just has to throw in another 150 just in
Are
case.
these no cap games?
Wow, look at this. $50,000 bet from Locke.
This is really a case of amateur playing against a professional.
It's all in pre-flop.
Yes.
On a flop.
Phil Locke knows that Sam Simon did not want to see that ace of diamonds.
You can do any cap you want. Is there a cap you'd like? Is there a cap you'd like?
And I think Sam Simon's great adventure is going to be over here.
No, there's a cap.
You put in 80, you put
I
100
would like to have a cap for, let's say that.
And Patrick continues to talk and go way over 78.
I lost.
Like 300,000.
300 cap.
Word 87. He's over. I was counting. I knew he would say more than 78 words. He was way over 78.
The cornerstone of the Fremont. See it, feel it, play it. The Nugget has it all, including high-stakes poker.
That was mine.
So far in tonight's action,
I think it's really
people
low. I think I
pretty
beat
much
that.
have what they came with.
Bet.
Antonius has just over $500,000. Esfandiari about the same. Phil Locke is about 300,000 and change, and Sam Simon's a short stack with about $137.
Minimum buy-in was 200, so Sam Simon is losing a little over 60,000.
First act, because I couldn't imagine if 5-4 would win the way the action went. And we all had a draw that missed, and I would have chopped it through ways. That hurt. I learned.
Joe Hashem raised it up to 2,500 with a pair of kings.
Very remote. Show the hand.
And Kid Poker is going to call with his ace-10.
And maybe Daniel or Gus Hansen
Fireworks this hand, huh?
won't play Jack 4,
Flashing.
One card at the
but
end.
Patrick Antonius will.
And a set of kings for Hashem.
And a pair of 10s for Daniel with an ace kicker.
Hashem bet 7,000.
Doesn't look like Daniel's going to hesitate here.
No.
He's going to call with his ace-10. Daniel could get in huge trouble here if an ace or a 10 comes off on the turn.
Turns a 4.
Now, if Joe Hashem was drawing on the flop, if he has a hand like ace-queen, ace-jack, he's still drawing. So if he bets again, Daniel's going to have to make a decision as to whether or not he calls. I think it'll depend on how much Hashem bets.
Well, how about 20,500?
Let's see if we have a taker. Daniel is drawing completely dead now.
Sold. Jack on the river.
Jack of diamonds is 3 diamonds out there. Joe Hashem checks. I don't think he's trapping. I think with 3 diamonds out there, he's just playing real small ball poker.
Set of kings.
That's good. That will win.
Welcome back to High Stakes Poker.
Are you locked in?
Yep. With a decimal point.
It should be 0 to 100.
Like
point.
0.5.
Do I have to have a decimal point?
Same.
No.
Hey,
But like,
0 to 100.
Because if you give it a 10, there's no decimal point.
Yeah, but if you go 0 to 100, you don't need the decimal point. And you're more likely 0 to 100 or 0 to 10. 0 to 100 is complicated for me. Now you don't need a decimal point. It's fancy.
0 to 100 is better.
Fine, 0 to 100.
I mean, like a 93,
Okay.
91.
Well, we woke Daniel up. I think he wants to play.
No, I'm just curious.
Are you in?
I want to hear it. No, I'm curious.
I'm locked in.
Okay, you're locked in.
How much?
500.
Who's playing?
I'm in. Are you
I'll
in?
do a three-way.
Are you in? We'll do three-way.
You guys are in a
You
three-way?
on me?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, get your camera. There's a three-way going
You
on.
can win 1,000 or lose 500.
I'll take 60.
What are they talking about here, Gabe?
I'll take. We're talking Pulp Fiction 0 to 100.
Yeah, that's exactly what we
take
said about.
I just want to clarify. You know,
They're going to bet
What's the movie again?
on what kind of rating
you've heard of it. 0 to 100.
Nick Cassavetes is going to give to Pulp Fiction
Wow.
from 0 to
It is
100.
Pulp Fiction, right?
500 a man.
500 a man.
I think now they're making fun of it. I think it just crossed over.
I say 87.
Well, they're doing this since they're not really playing that much poker.
Right.
It's game time. So you say 87?
I see Nick give it 87.
The Big Mac?
That's right. Come on.
Hey, just a question. Can I cash out now?
Sure. Yes.
No problem.
Absolutely.
I won't be upset.
Not at all. Not at all. Go for it. Get out of here.
Just want to know.
Adios.
Well, you're no bug.
Just want to know.
697 on the flop.
Antonio raised before the flop. Patrick has the best hand. Pair of sevens and an inside straight draw. And he's going to lead out.
$6,000 bet.
And he's going to take it down.
Okay.
You started with
I
whatever.
said 60.
I'll go 81.
Patrick
81.
shows
It's
a
81
card.
to you. Got to go by at least one.
I don't know if it was the 7 or the 5 that he showed.
Couldn't tell.
Have you done
I said 60. He said
I
81.
anchored very reasonably.
He said 81. Yeah. By the way,
Is it close
we're
to-
gonna keep going. Don't say anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fiction
I mean,
on a
never
1 to 100
Right.
scale.
You want to call, you call, or you go for it.
You think it's under 81? You buy.
I see. It's like
Chinese auction.
I have 81 now.
I got it. You can do it.
You have over 81?
I got it.
You can go higher or buy.
Oh, you can give me 16.
Oh.
Okay.
You buy, so you think it's under 81? Okay.
I'm thinking what he thinks.
Right.
That's
Not
what
what he thinks
Right.
it is.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. I'm now I have to
And then he
decide.
chooses. You're either gonna have two
Right.
bets or.
So now I'm taking over
Like
two.
liars.
So we both have 500.
Yeah,
Over.
not yet, not yet.
It's over.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
I'm over.
They're both betting over.
We're
you
both
bet under.
against you for 500. You could lose 1,000.
Guarantee you it's over.
You lose, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
98.
98.
I was gonna go to 96. God, I know you can tell quality when you see it.
I mean, I love the movie. I just thought you may have gone.
No, 60
Let's
is
keep
60
doing
is
this.
the
He's
movie.
starting the auction.
Can we
Goes
keep
back
Joe on the
around.
hook?
He's not.
I feel like I have edge over Joe in a lot of things, you know?
He was way
What
off
am I
on
doing
that
betting with you again?
I don't
I
know.
gave you up for life.
Well, you slipped, kid. I remember.
Freaking
But that was even money stuff you gave up for life. Strategy stuff, you're still
I
up.
swore I would never gamble with you again.
Yeah, but this is strategy stuff. It's
Do you know I
different
vomited when they told me on the table today?
What?
You vomited?
Yeah, when they told me that he was on our table.
Was that a figure of speech or did you actually vomit?
I vomited.
That's going to block the whole card camera if he vomits.
He's not going to vomit. He's going to vomit. Vomit. That's what they do in Australia. They vomit.
Never. Me and him, never. I gave him up.
No, he gave me up 50-50 stuff. You know where you red black for 5,000 and stuff. Those days are over. But strategy stuff, he'll never give me up. He's seen me play on Poker After
He
Dark.
says he's going to give you up.
He can't
He
quit.
says he's done with it.
He can't.
It's so sick. I just don't want to get into a coin flip here.
Right, coin flips you can stay away from, but strategy decisions you have to embrace.
Well, it seems that Patrick Antonius is determined to play Jack 4 since everybody said Gus Hansen wouldn't play
As
it.
critical as he can be, it's the freaking greatest
I can
movie
tell you
ever.
I'm a very critical person, but I really like the film.
How about that line?
All right, how about
feet and
Matrix?
the massaging and the whole...
Could be who? Matrix. Let's do Matrix.
Nick, how about the feet massaging dialogue with the... That was great. That was so like...
Everything was just brilliant.
Wait till he sees your feet, AJ.
Okay, I'll do Matrix.
Lock it in. Nick.
Daniel's got a flush draw. He's going to call. Patrick, $17,000 bet.
When do you not live yourself?
I'm on those ones.
And a 5 on the turn.
They played it
If Patrick bets here, he's going to probably take it down and accomplish his mission of winning the hand with Jack 4.
I gotta tell you, when they shoved that needle in that girl's chest.
Oh, I hated that. That whole thing was good.
Queen on the river.
Daniel's realizing he can't win a showdown with 9 high.
God, what a great.
Remember Christopher Walken in that video where he's flying through the
He bets 26,000.
greatest video ever?
That's the kind of bet you would make if you had a hand like King 9.
At which point? What was it?
Wouldn't put it past Patrick to come over the top here.
Yeah, in the 50s he did a lot.
That'd be a hell of a play.
Hey, Matrix.
Let's see how determined he is to win with that Jack 4.
Okay, Nick, are you locked in?
That's all right.
8 of diamonds. I can never get it there.
That's so brutal because then everyone knows I bluffed, right?
Thank you, Patrick.
So brutal.
Thank you, buddy.
It's crazy. We're gonna do this all night, right? I'm in.
I'm down.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the other one's a 9 of diamonds.
Like King 5 of clubs. That's why I was
Time now for this week's high pressure moment presented by SpadeClub.com.
Joe Hashem had a pair of jacks, but no spade.
I checked.
On the turn, there was 4 spades on the board, and Joe Hashem 3-bet, making Howard Lederer lay down the 10 of spades.
At SpadeClub.com, there are cash prizes and no buy-in. See site for details. Next time on High Stakes Poker, Daniel gets frustrated when the professor accidentally interferes with a hand.
Careful, children. Those cards had nothing to do with this hand at all.
Sorry.
But it's something that happens away from the table that has everyone talking.
Here you go. 35, let's go.
Antonio claims he can do 35 push-ups, and someone takes the bait.
Let's go. Do the push-up.
And those were in the
I went as low as
And by the way, you did too. Pay up.